Not sounding bad, thanks, Ballant. Now, most people think that cake is simple to make, but there's actually a lot that goes into it, from measuring the ingredients to the amount of baking time and, of course, the overall presentation, right? And there's a show coming to ICC that encompasses all of that and more. Natalie and Zachary are here to talk about the cake. Welcome, guys.
Hi.
Hi, glad to have you. And they were actually nice enough to bring us some cake. So we're going to get into that a little later, but tell us about the show named The Cake.
The cake follows Della, a Southern baker who loves her friend's daughter Jen like a daughter herself. But when she is asked to bake the cake for Jen's same-sex wedding, she's faced with this difficult decision to make, whether to go with her faith that tells her to reject this, or with the love of the woman she loves as a daughter and bake the cake.
Okay, nice. So that's your character. Tell me a little bit about the character you played, Zachary.
I play George, who is this disembodied voice inside of Della's head who basically represents her conscience. She's at odds with herself, and therefore she is at odds with George, who is either complimenting her, ridiculing her, or just straight up confusing her.
Wow. So, you know, I'm interested now because you guys kind of have like a close relationship needed for this role. So what exactly goes into preparing to be her consciousness and to have someone play your inner thoughts? What's the preparation like?
Early in rehearsals, started like working together, like figuring out how she's feeling in each scene, so I know what to be when I'm reading those lines. And so we've also, like, throughout the show, gained a close friendship with each other, so we were trying to like almost become in sync with each other on like how we're supposed to be feeling in these scenes.
So does that require you guys to hang out outside of the theater or rehearsals?
Oh, Zach and I, we did theater growing up together, so we already kind of had that established relationship.
So let's talk about that. Let's talk about how you guys got into theater in the first place.
Yeah, so I started doing theater in the 3rd grade. And I just fell in love with it, and now here I am. So,
nice.
yeah.
Here you are. So it's happening at ICC. What are you guys most excited about the show, The Cake?
Well, I'm really excited to eat cake on stage.
Nice.
That is a new aspect that I've never really eaten food on stage, and I think it's a very interesting format, but yeah.
Okay, so you're eating cake on stage. Will the audience have any cake to enjoy?
Yes, they will. Opening night, we will have cake after the show, so come on out and you guys will get some cake.
Okay, now working at ICC and working with the team there, what has that experience been like for you guys, especially somebody who's been in the game since you were young?
Well, for me personally, I think that ICC truly has a phenomenal theater department. Everybody's extremely professional, and I think we're going to put on a really good show.
Alrighty, so one last call to action, guys, for anyone who may be on the fence about coming to see the show. What would you say to convince them?
Despite the description I gave earlier, it is a very funny show. The author, Becca Brunstetter, she's most known for being one of the writers on This Is Us, and this has a very similar feel to This Is Us. There's so many like rich and like well-written characters who have dramatic moments, but also every single character is, in one way or another, really funny. So it is a very humorous show. It's a dramatic comedy more than anything else.
Well, Zachary, Natalie, it sounds like it's going to be a great show. It sounds like you guys enjoy what you do. Hopefully you enjoy the cake, and the audience does too. We have the information up on the screen. The show is going to be October 9th through the 12th. Tickets are $10 for adults and $5 for students. Be sure to check it out. And if you or someone you know would like to join us on In the Know, just head to 25 News Now. Follow the Features tab to In the Know and submit the form. Stick with us. We're celebrating no birthdays. After the break, we're going to have the poll up next.